General, there was a time when you witnessed the horrors of battle and the loss of life of our soldiers. I think 5 of your soldiers were dragged through the streets of Mogadishu. General, can you take us back there and tell us what happened in your heart, what God did?
Yeah, it was the 3rd of October, 1993, and we were fighting in the streets of Mogadishu, Somalia, as you have already pointed out. At the end of that 18-hour firefight, I watched a 5-ton truck come back into our base, and I reached up and dropped that tailgate. And there were the bodies of my men that had been killed in that 18-hour fight. To me, it was the most devastating thing I'd ever seen. I don't have the words or the vocabulary to be able to tell you what it did to me. It broke me. It broke me emotionally. As I said, God, where were you? Where were you? Well, how could you let this happen, God? I went over to my bunk just as it got dark there in Mogadishu, and I sat down on my bunk, and I was sitting there saying, there is no God. I don't know any God. Until that moment came that the Lord spoke to me, and I broke again. I broke and began to weep. But I opened my Bible. I said, God, I don't understand. I do not understand what happened here. And I opened my Bible, and I opened it to Proverbs 3:5. I had marked it. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. You know, there are things that we, with our carnal human minds, we're never going to understand on this side of the Jordan River until we cross over to spend eternity with Jesus Christ. When we cross over that river, we can ask God anything we want to. We can find out. But I don't think we're really going to care once we get over there. I don't think it's going to be important to us, because we're going to be in the loving arms of a loving God who is there with us even in our darkest hour. We can't understand because we don't have the mind of God, but we need to rest on His promises that He'll never leave us nor forsake us.